Was good. Y'all got to see my new logo for my other brand. That's how we doing this. But I appreciate y'all coming over here checking out the channel. What's good? We have a situation that we're gonna talk about, and it's about these black women who went to a restaurant and got kicked out. And it's like, what? And they got kicked out for something weird. Basically, some other people had a fight, and they were fighting in and they're black. And so these women who were having a fight, they ended up leaving the restaurant. And these other black ladies sitting in there having to get together with each other. Here come the people who own the restaurant saying, "Hey, y'all got to leave." And the black women like, "What you want to talk? Are you talking to us?" And they like, "Yo, they had a fight, and y'all like to fight." And they saying, "We ain't with them. We don't even know them." And they like, "So, you got to go." So I thought that was crazy, man. And I'm like, damn. You go to somebody's restaurant, you think you're gonna patronize them and be a citizen and all that. And so I thought that was okay. We got sound, and I said that's kind of crazy, but it happens. You know what I'm saying? It can happen. It will happen. Whoa, whoa! I'm unlisted. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. I hate when they do that. I didn't. It didn't do that. I did that, so I got to go back. Go back and hit live. Let's go public again, and now we do this again. We can talk about this once more again. All right. Yeah, so as I was telling you about the situation with this young lady, she had her scenario. Her and eight other females went out to a club to go eat a food called Cork and Bull or whatever the hell they call it. And they out in some place called Chesapeake, and they get out there and they fuck around and get kicked out the restaurant being black. Just kicked out being black. They wanted to go eat at this restaurant, and and that's why I say I think as our people, as black people, we got to stop doing that. We got to stop looking at fun being that the only way to have fun is to go give white people money. It's like we've been doing it for so long. I know it's entrenched in our culture, but we have to think a little bit better and stronger now. It's like you go to these places, they want to kick you out, they want to embarrass you, they want to single you out, they want to make it be like you did something special and everybody else in this motherfucker just chilling and relaxing. And it's like some of that gets tiring. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't you get tired of that? Like, come on, it's enough of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But we constantly go to their restaurants and patronize them so they don't have an incentive to stop. They don't believe they should. They probably don't even see a problem in it because we come so diligently and go to their restaurants and spend our money. And so they don't look at it as they doing nothing really that bad. But it is kind of heart wrenching when you see this constantly happening to somebody of our culture, nonetheless. But what do you do? We have to stop giving them our damn buckos and look at them as the ops that they fucking are. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, what can you say? But let me go try to find a video so we can see what the H is going on with all this. Because I had just watched it and it's kind of crazy, but it does go down. It does go down. We can't cry about the realities of what this world got to offer us. It got to offer us. I'm watching Willie D live on it too. He gave it a spin. So let's listen to what he had to say.
A place in Chesapeake known for fine dining was the backdrop for some rude behavior that got physical. These images of two women fighting from earlier this month are making the rounds on social media. But the story is a group of 9 other women who say they were kicked out of the restaurant in what they call an act of discrimination. Markeisha Jackson has the story you'll see only on 10.
That fight happened inside of Cork and Bull Chop House. After things settled down, a group of other women who were not involved in the fight were told they had to leave the establishment. A statement they feel was made based on the color of their skin. What was supposed to be a night of fellowship for this group of women
turned into a night of hurt, embarrassment, and pure humiliation.
The 9 women had chosen to have a Friendsgiving dinner at Cork and Bull.
We only had time to order our drinks, and a fight broke out between two African American women that had nothing to do with us.
Somebody break it up! This is video of the altercation. The 9 women say it happened between guests at a table that was across the room. The 2 women seen throwing blows ultimately left before authorities arrived. But somehow, restaurant staff thought these 9 women who were still inside were somehow involved and told them to leave too.
So I asked why. And he responded saying, because you all like to fight. And they made us leave and get up in front of all the other patrons in the restaurant.
Guys, we were really in like a negative spotlight at that moment, and it was all eyes on us. It was very embarrassing. The 9 ladies are now pursuing legal action. Their lawyer sat down with us. Just because you have employees that might have made a bad judgment one night, that could turn into 2 nights, 3 nights, 4 nights. It has to stop. The women say the restaurant staff has not reached out to provide an apology or update. All 9 of these ladies were treated more harshly than the 2 people who were actually engaged in the misdemeanor action. Their lawyer says they want accountability and justice. We can say this is discrimination. We can say this violates the Equal Protection Clause. They have said enough is enough.
So you see what's going on. I mean, they basically got kicked out this restaurant for just basically going there to patronize this store. And now 2 other people get into a big fight. And they did get into a fight in the middle of the restaurant. But that had nothing to, whoa, it no sound. I had sound like 10 seconds ago. They be tweaking on me on this thing. Yup, I definitely had sound right there, bro. It's saying I got sound on my end, bro. Yeah, but say I got sound on my end, homie. Yeah, so anyway, but thanks though. Yeah, so basically they went down there to try to go out there and have their little selves a get together, and then they fucked around and oh, Stoner Trap, what's good, bro? He says no sound, start Black Detail Services. Oh, you want to open up your own shit? There you go. Let me check this out and see if my sound work better this way. Let me see. He gave it experience, so let's listen to what he had to say. Oh, okay, it went back. My shit went back. Oh, Stoner Trap. Listen to what he had to say. Yeah, all right. Oh, okay, it went back. My shit went back. I see what it is. Oh, Stoner Trap. Listen to what he had to say. Yeah, I had the audio. I had my little microphone. I see what it is. Yeah, I had my little microphone on and shit. Yeah, I had the audio. I had my little microphone. I see what it is. Yeah, I see you went on ahead and opened up your Star Black Detail Service. That's cold. That's a cold name too, boy. Congratulations on doing that, man. You know, with everything we do, we got to start our own thing. That's exactly what this whole conversation is about. Those people, these black women went to a restaurant and got kicked out because 2 other black women got into a fight. And this group of black women was 9 deep. They just was so happened to be at the restaurant when all this go down. The people from the back and all them, they come in the front and say, "Yo, y'all gotta leave. We're not finna cook y'all food." She asked the manager what happened, and dude said, "Yo, y'all like to get in the fights." So they say, "All right, bet we get up and leave. We finna sue the hell out y'all," and rightfully so because you can't do people like that. Like all black people ain't connected to each other. We not like from the same umbilical cord. You can't say because them people did that, we did this or whatever. That's like going, you ain't gonna leave your house because of one white person shot up a restaurant or shot up a school. Like that ain't got nothing to do with everybody, but we know that. They try to front like they don't know that. You know what I'm saying? So now they get kicked out, but they got their lawyers together and they finna sue them, and rightfully so. But my whole point that I was trying to make is that we have to stop thinking like as African Americans that when it's time to celebrate or have fun or be happy, that means go give white people a lot of money. I mean, think about it. If white people did that for us, every time they got happy, every time it was a fun environment, they went to a black neighborhood and spent money. They don't do that. So they call themselves going to some bougie restaurant called Cork and Bull, but they're bougie amongst themselves. You're not bougie like them. You can work for them. You can have your hair hooked up. You can put your outfit on. You can do all this stuff to feel like you made yourself more better than the other black people or bougie at some weekend or some moment. But at the end of the day, when you show up to that storefront or that place, you're not bougie like them. They could put some shit in your food in the back. They could fucking throw your shit around, and you want to sit up there and eat it on your plate and dinner and be like, look at me, I'm eating Schaefer shot, and this is some French ass word, and it's like, who cares? You know, when you are happy, when you succeed, find something else to do than go find some white people to give your money from. I mean, think about it. You can't graduate. You can't have a birthday. You can't fucking take your kid to a location. You can't go to church on the weekends. Every element of our happiness has to be going to give a white person money. But when do they switch that back? When do they turn it around and say, "Hey, John, you just got your surgery," or Tina, you just got a new car? Do they come to a black environment and give money? Do they come somewhere black and spend money? Absolutely not. And we can go the rest of our life with that happiness. We're never uncomfortable with that. We never look at this and say, every time I have a graduation, a bar mitzvah, anything happening in the black community, I'm running to white people saying, hey, thank you. Here goes $1,700 for dinner for all of us and another $350 for the tip. But what about your kid who you just graduated? He finna watch you give a restaurant $1,700 and he's sitting up here could use at least half of that in his own bank account? Like this psychology gotta stop. You're not winning because you went down to steak and dickhead. You're not winning because you went to lobster nuts in your mouth. We have to stop that. We got to quit thinking that success and happiness mean to go donate some money to a white establishment. And then as soon as they get 5 seconds in a conversation with you, the first thing they come out their mouth is some racist shit. Get out. Well, what the hell I got to do with them? Oh, we don't like none of y'all. Well, I'm not them. I work over here. I'm a doctor, lawyer, Indian chief. I get up every morning and pray. I do this every time I dance. I don't dance like, what the fuck you talking about? All y'all black, get the fuck out of my store. And you sitting back like, huh? I don't understand why it's like that. Why they treat me like that? You treating yourself like that. It's no self-respect. Now, let's dissect it. When can white people cook? When did this happen? Even in slave times, they couldn't cook. So you telling me now, today, they could make a fucking restaurant that some steak is gonna taste good in? That some fucking chicken is gonna taste good in? They never fucking cooked. So they call a guy, oh, Chef Emerald and Chef Ransom and Chef Minamala. Nigga, they had slaves making food for them for 400 fucking years. So it don't matter if they make a damn steak shop or a chicken factory or a fucking a fish fact. What the fuck does any of that mean? They don't even fucking use seasoning on their food. How could you be going there with $92,000 to go give to them because of a good fucking thing that happened to you or your family member? It's psychological psych out. You just want to go feel good about yourself. So you saying, guess what happened to me? Take my money to these white people. And then you did it. But what are you gaining from it? Nothing. Man, shout out to Steve O. Stone. I appreciate you, boy. Man, my brother sent that. Man, I appreciate it, boy. Showing me love over here on the conversation. Y'all get up with way better with Star Black Details up in the Dallas area. Star Black Details that will get your car right. I did detailing when I was in my 20s. I loved that job. It was dope. Right on the 109th and Vincennes. There was a little shop there in my 20s. They still was there when I got older, but you know, you up there in the big house. So I'm grateful, man, for my brother sending that out. Show love. Yo, man, and I'm just grateful for the support of Stoner Trap, man. You know, boy. Matter of fact, get up with Stoner 2 on the music side because he plugged me in with the music. Stoner put me on with the music, man. I've been doing music on my other channel called Yusef 2 times, and he had worked with you under his music called Stoner Trap. The bro out here doing it. He said, this Stoner. I'm like, what the hell? Star Black Detail Service? I love it, man. The name is cold with the 2 R's. I mean, cold, man. I was just about to print this logo right behind me. I was just about to print that before I looked at my phone and was like, oh shit, it's time for my live. But that's what I want to see. Let me see if we can watch the video again for the folks that missed it. You know what I'm saying? What happened in this restaurant with these black women real quick. Let's go back just a tad and flip the camera over. Turn my green screen off too so y'all can look at it without the green screen blocking it.
House. After things settled down, a group of other women who were not involved in the fight
on social media. But the story is a group of 9 other women say they were kicked out of the restaurant in what they call an act of discrimination.
Support black media. You're right, Stone. Appreciate it.
Only on 10.
That fight happened inside of Cork and Bull Chop House. After things settled down, a group of other women who were not involved in the fight were told they had to leave the establishment, a statement they feel was made based on the color of their skin. What was supposed to be a night of fellowship for this group of women
turned into a night of hurt, embarrassment, and pure humiliation.
The 9 women had chosen to have a Friendsgiving dinner at Cork and Bull.
We only had time to order our drinks, and a fight broke out between 2 African-American women that had nothing to do with us.
Somebody break it up. This is video of the altercation. The 9 women say it happened between guests at a table that was across the room. The 2 women seen throwing blows ultimately left before authorities arrived. But somehow, restaurant staff thought these 9 women who were still inside were somehow involved and told them to leave too.
So I asked why. And he responded saying, because you all like to eat. And they made us leave and get up in front of all the other patrons in the restaurant.
That we were really in like a negative spotlight at that moment, and it was all eyes on us. It was very embarrassing.
The 9 ladies are now pursuing legal action. Their lawyer sat down with us.
Just because you have employees that might have made a bad judgment one night, that could turn into 2 nights, 3 nights, 4 nights. It has to stop.
The women say the restaurant staff has not reached out to provide an apology or update.
All 9 of these ladies were treated more harshly than the 2 people who were actually engaged in the misdemeanor action.
Their lawyer says they want accountability and justice.
We can say this is discrimination. We can say this violates the Equal Protection Clause. They have said enough is enough, and we're not going to.
So you can see right there, man, that these people not taking it. I mean, obviously, as black women, they shouldn't have to be kicked out of a restaurant because some other black people getting caught up in it. But imagine this: nine black women, each one of them about to spend $50 to $72 in that restaurant on food, right? $35, $45 on food plus the tip. Now calculate that, mathematicians. Right? That's 9 times 9 plus the tip. What black restaurant could they have given that money to and been treated differently in their own community? They could have put that money together and went to the lady at the church who make plates. They could have went to each other house and said, yo, we coming to your crib. Let's go to the store and make this thing around here. But our psychology is warped. We have to go to a white establishment to feel good. We have to break that. Because when you get there, it would be okay if you got there and they laid the carpet out like you was in Africa and the people started throwing pedals down and the song started playing and shit and a jazz band in the background. As soon as you walk in the room, you'll be wanting to give half your check to that. You'll be bringing everybody there. Like, they love me in this place. Come on, I'm bringing everybody. But really, in reality, when you get there, they saying, hey, can you leave? The fuck I got to leave for? What I do? We don't like the fact that you did this. And it's like, what the hell was that? I was kicked out of a restaurant for taking a smoke, going outside to smoke. Came back in, they said, you can't come back in here. I'm like, what the fuck? And made me pay. I paid downtown Chicago because I'm like, I'm not finna have the police come slide down on me. But the whole trick is I never went back to no place like that again. You can't, and nobody can invite me to something and I'm gonna say, where is that? Okay, cool, I'm coming. Man, you know I got kicked out of one time. I would never go back to them racist countries again in my life. But that's just my opinion and my choice. But when you see something like that happen, it makes you sad to the stomach, but it's logical. It should be happening because you're doing something that you should stop doing. We all do it, but we should stop doing it. It should not be a culture in our system to just go to everywhere some white person open a company at, no matter what they name it, we running over there. When we was kids, it was a place called Sizzler in Chicago, and this was new. It was commercials all over the place. Oh, Sizzler this. So you're a kid, you just want to go to Sizzler so damn bad, and they took you eventually as a kid, right? They opening that motherfucker back up in Chicago. Sizzler back. It came back. And so it's going to be a people like me and nostalgia going to be like, oh, we got to go there. Let's go over there and eat. And then food was good when you were a kid, but they've already been locked into knowing that we're going to support them. Think about the neighborhoods in our neighborhood. Every culture that come into the country supposed to be broke, supposed to be refugees, and supposed to be all these immigrant words they use. They come right in our neighborhood and set up shop. And then we got to go through the deserts of our neighborhood and go get them money. Everything we want from hair, drinking, pop, juice, clothes, cigarettes, whatever we want. We had to go right there to them. Gas stations, hair salons, anything, food is all owned by other cultures. And then when they sit up, we ride to the neighborhoods. Like in my city, you can go to another city close to Chicago called Orland. It's super bougie. I ain't talking about bougie. I'm talking about super bougie. And you be like, how the fuck they got this is like a downtown Chicago, but it's like fucking thousands of miles away. So you go out to this suburb area and it's just beautiful. Me and my wife call it the supervisor mall because that's it's got to be with a supervisor. Everybody got cars, everybody got nice shit. And it's like, damn, this where they go. But when you go inside the stores and you physically walking around, everybody foreign. Ain't nobody white. It's so rare to see white people. Everybody from some other country. And it's like, damn. So this where they come live. Like if I stay in Chicago and live around my people, I never even see this. But going out to shop in a suburban mall, nothing but foreigners. Every store you go to, the food stores, the clothing stores, anything you go in, it's just wrapped and stuffed with foreigners. And you like, what the fuck? This where they go. So they come to our neighborhood, suck up the money, sell every fucking thing, and then they run their ass about this bitch and go out to the burbs, live in a bougie homes, no violence, no crime, no riddle bullshit, no gunshots. And we in the city talking about so we can't even open up a goddamn store. It just make you laugh. Think about it. They don't sponsor nothing either. Not even a toy drive, baseball team, jersey, turkey giveaway, nothing. Shake my head. And that's a fact too. We should be looking at them. But see, imagine this. Would you sponsor something that's giving you a funnel of money? Imagine it's like going to a lady of the night, and she give you some, and then she say, "Give me $85." Are you gonna give her 1,000 on top of that? It's less likely. It's less likely. Now she gave you a service. She actually went with you to the hotel. You're not finna give her nothing on top of that. You're gonna say, you pay, thank you for this transaction and get up out my face. And so the same thing happened to us. We basically going to them, transacting with them. Give me a comb, give me some juice, give me some gas, give me a cigar, give me some pants, give me a t-shirt. And we transacting nonstop. Why would they do something extra? If you transacted with me nonstop and I never gotta do nothing, why would I open a garden? Why would I come over here and help the kids go to football? You're going to keep giving to me. And then we don't just give to them. Even when it comes to a celebration, our celebrations, it's not a Tyler Perry movie. Our celebrations is never a Tyler Perry movie where we sitting in a cabin and all the people sitting at the table and granny come in and then a crazy auntie come in and a little gangster nephew come. That's a movie. In reality, when something great happens for us as black people, we rushing ourselves to the first district where white people call a restaurant area, some bougie restaurants, some bougie storefronts, and we shoving our money in their face. We shoving, take this shit here, here. Now you might see some people have a fight. You might see some people throw food, whatever the fuck. It's a big ass country in the world we in. But that ain't got nothing to do with everybody else. So for how could these people do something and you getting kicked out the place? What the hell does that mean? Like they did something, I'm getting so that means we shouldn't go buy nothing from a restaurant because likely the likelihood of a white person coming and shoot up a restaurant is kind of high. So I'm scared. I shouldn't go to nobody white restaurant to go eat. That's what the fuck would I do that for? I shouldn't be at the airport. I shouldn't be at their banks. I shouldn't be at their festivals. Why? Because somebody white could come and shoot this bitch up. We don't think like that. We never talk like that. We just be like, hey, that was them, that was him. But let some black people do some shit and they coming over there to you saying, hey, excuse me, I know that you don't have nothing to do with that, but I'm afraid that you still here. And you like, what the? I don't understand. What does that mean? You know exactly what the hell that means. And if you don't leave, here come that other white person that ain't got shit to do with nothing. Hey man, they told you to leave. Now you like, hey man, mind your damn business. Don't curse in front of the kids. Now they all driving reckless at you, and you like, what the fuck just going on? Now imagine having your mother with you at that point, or your little bitty toddler children, and this is going down in your face. It's like we have to be more cognizant of how do we conduct ourselves because this is why those kids recently you seen the kids jump on a lady in Chicago. This what gives them that license mentality because their psychology is I'm supposed to act correct and upright when I'm around white people. When my mama take me downtown to go to dinner because it was auntie birthday or because what's name graduated and got good grades, that's when I'm supposed to be in there on my P's and Q's and hi, white lady, ha ha ha, oh she got her hair done, she's so pretty, and you supposed to smile. But when it's a black woman walking down the street, it's like, fuck that bitch. I kill you, bitch. Fuck you, ain't shit, bitch. And then all the friends come jump on her, and it's like, now you called it, now you stuck about it. It's like, I'm so sorry. But you're really not sorry. You just called. And we know that. But the whole point about it is that who's not training this kid to have respect all the way around? You don't even see white people every day. They're not walking down the street to you. They're not coming up to your door. They're not coming downtown yelling, yanking your daddy out of his job. But the respect level is in that direction. And when it comes to respect towards each other, we don't. Because why? We are training them to respect others. You go down there, you won't even give your kid $1,100, but you'll go pay $1,100 for an event, food at some restaurant. 7 people in there. And you like, yeah, here, I paid for that. I'm happy. Look at this. I did all that. Everybody else walking around with broke money. You could have just said, here go 80 bucks, 80 bucks, 80 bucks, 80 bucks, 80 bucks. Now let's go and get some McDonald's. It's not about eating the food from the people. They can't even cook. Everybody is mentally warped. They can't even cook. They never cooked for years. And all of a sudden, they got every restaurant in the world. Huh? Like, use your brain. Like, it was actually your family who came from West Africa that brought seasoning, that got all these companies popped up from KFC to Popeyes and everything. They're not making this shit. They're making money from this shit. So we go down there and like, oh, this is Chef Nice and Chef wah. But the black lady got a food truck. The black lady selling food on Facebook. The black lady got all the seasoning, all the flavors. Do the pineapple thing on it, whatever you want. All this design on her food. We don't even want that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we got to break that broke mentality. It's a broke mentality that we have to come up against and stop. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna continue this broadcast no further than this. I'm gonna break out from here. But I appreciate my boy Star Black Detail Services. Y'all go rock with him. Star Black Detail Services. Go get up with bro because he's doing the cars. He nationwide. The company is flourishing so big, and I just want to make sure I support him because he's showing support over here with us. Star Black Detail Services. And also on the other side of the game, get up with Stoner Trap Music because that's how I started learning how to do music, which I do music now on my channel. It's called Yusef Two Times. This is our shirts. They should be available somewhere. They come through Walmart. You know, get one of the Hood Film shirts, one of the Hood Film hats. Rock with us. They coming through Walmart.com. You get that shit to you right before the holidays. All right, so I appreciate y'all love and support. Thank y'all, and we signing off. Like, share, subscribe, and all that, man. I appreciate y'all, and have a good day.